Hi, my name is Ray. I'm a travel junkie. You can watch my travels on YouTube with your computer or your cell phone, but best is to sit in a swivel chair, put on your headset, and join me on adventures in the most beautiful places on our planet without breaking the bank. Contact us at 360vrray@gmail.com. Okay, I'm happy you with me on this show, where we see Da Nang, the premier beach resort of Vietnam, and then the Marble Mountain. The Marble Mountains, it is a must-see. Okay, let's go and see it all in 360 VR. So I ended up here in Da Nang at the Mandela Beach Hotel. Beautiful hotel. I would say 5 stars. I would give it 5 stars. Right across the beach. It's got this wonderful rooftop restaurant with a pool attached, which is something I never saw before. And it's right across the street from the beach. And the beach stretches on for miles in each direction, and it's probably the most visited beach resort in Vietnam. When I was there, it did rain and drizzle, so I would recommend to go there in the season, because that was the off season when I went there. It was already the end of March, and I couldn't really do the body surfing, what everybody probably does, or swim around in the beautiful ocean on the beach. So what I did, I walked around the beach and enjoyed the views. It still was warm, but probably around 75 degrees. So I had beautiful walks along the beach. Some of those restaurants and booths were closed already because there weren't that many tourists anymore in the off-season. So I suggest to go there during the season. It must be incredible there. The season, I think, starts at probably, I would say, January through end of March. So I did a lot of walking around because there's so many great sights to see and still so many good restaurants to go to and eat. Especially the seafood there is incredible. I still noticed a lot of tourist buses coming in. I guess these tourists and the buses came in just to see the city and the beach and hang out in the restaurants for a few days, not a few weeks like they would do in the regular season. Overall, it's a beautiful beach town. There have always different exhibitions on the beach, art exhibitions, and there's always something to do for the visitors. And it stretches around for miles and miles. You could see across the island where there was an island across the beach were the big palace of former kings, and Vietnam's history is written in some of those temples and kings' residence. Regardless from the season, the nightlife in the city goes on 360 days a year. And the nightlife in the city, it's pretty rumbling. You wanna not miss that if you are into that kind of thing. One of the good things about the nightlife in Da Nang is the seafood restaurants lining along the beach, and you can spend hours and hours in there just pointing out what you want. I want that lobster, I want that fish. Anything you fancy, they're huge, these restaurants. You get them fresh, and any kind of seafood you ever imagine and more. And that's really cheap still. I got a lobster for 3 people. It was that big, and I think I paid about $45 for that. But, you know, if you divide it by 3, it'll be $15, and you get more lobster in your stomach than you ever had before. I went on a tour, which was so incredible because we left like at 8 o'clock in the morning. We came back at 10 o'clock at night. It included lunch, dinner. Tour guide told us all the information we needed to know and more. And it was about, the tour was $35, including all the meals, the water, and then for 14 hours. It was incredible. We were 8 people from 8 different countries. And what the interesting thing is about the Marble Mountain is that thousands or 10,000s of sculptures, all made out of in any kind of size and shape, out of marble from that mountain. So after years and years and years making these incredible sculptures and jewelry and fountains out of the marble from the mountain, they realized if they keep doing this, there won't be no more mountain. There won't be no more marble. So they just stopped. They said, we got enough sculptures to sell for the next 200-300 years, so we don't really need to make any more. So they stopped it, and so finally we can still go to the mountain, even maybe in the next 50 years and longer. The mountain still will be there, and I'm glad they put a stop on that. So then, once you go up the mountain, and you really don't have to be in that great of a shape, but you eventually you go up like 100 steps or more, and you go through caves, and you go through temples, and it's incredible what you see. They're made hundreds of years ago there. I don't know if they still would be able to do that. It was really a sight to behold. Buddhist temples, and you know it's all marble. For that part of the tour, I basically was in a marble world. The tourist guy was fabulous, and I think I took hundreds of photos. It's incredible. It's a must-see destination, and it's only like 20-30 minutes south of Da Nang, and easily worthwhile to do. If you look around here, you see monasteries in this mountain where the monks lived, and it's so ornate and so beautiful. If you like marble in all kind of shapes and colors and shades, you'd love this location. And you can go into the temples, you can put in some prayers and do some chanting, and everybody does it there, and you come out, you be a holy man once you come out. A lot of these Buddhist temples which got carved into the mountain are maybe 500, 600 years through different dynasties, by Chinese and by Koreans and by different cultures. So it's got a lot of history. In the big cave there was the big Buddha. It was humongous, and And if you looked around 360 degrees in there, you see different kind of altars and figures and temples. But don't forget to look all the way up, where you have your natural skylight, and if the sun lines up with the hole, it beams down into that cave. You definitely will have a religious experience in this place. So this day in Marble Mountains was just incredible. Join me on my next day. Is gonna be even more miraculous. You're going back in time to the oldest city of Vietnam. It's the most amazing sight in Hoi An. And everything will be lit by millions and millions of lanterns. Something you never saw and you never will see outside of Hoi An. You have to join me to that place, because this might be the highlight of your trip in Vietnam.